Well, howdy, tubers. Back at it again. I was going to do a video a while ago, but I thought, well, I didn't know what really I had that was different. But then I got a message from, I know he's a subscriber because he said he was, named Boot, or that's what he calls himself, I guess, Boot, from the Netherlands. So I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, he said he liked the metal work and everything. So, anyways, I'll show you what I've got going now. Well, I know when I stopped last night that it was I hadn't drilled the holes in the ribs and the leading edge in the bottom. Well, they're all drilled now, and then I thought, well, I'll go ahead and pull the leading edge off, and then deburr it, and then put it back on and do the tip. Or start on the tip. And I thought, nah, I'll just start on the tip and then pull it all apart, and the only advantage there was that I could have put the tip back on, and put the leading edge skin on, and of course make sure it was level, and then rivet it. But I thought, and that would save me some clecos for the wingtip, but I still had enough, and of course I could have stole some from this wingtip, which I, of course, still haven't quite got it finished yet, or haven't drilled all these holes. And I know I did get a message from somebody about, let's see if we can get down there and see that. Well, let's try this thing. Okay, there we go. They reference this hole right there, which I still haven't addressed it yet, but I know all I got to do is, wonder why that's doing that. It must be this goofy light or something. Well, that stopped it. Well, anyway, all I have to do is pull that out and then go ahead and shoot it, but I will address it so that looks a little better. But I'm just trying to get them started on there. Of course, I did get the, well, I don't know, I already showed you that because I told you I got this parallel to the tip of the aileron, which I may go down and grab the other aileron and get it all riveted up and the tip ribs in there and everything. But so I at least got to start on this wing tip. Let's see, maybe use this one over here again. And I've got to there's little places here to straighten out so that it'll fit flush against the bottom. And I haven't put the wingtip rib in here yet. And I don't need this tape on there now. And on this side, remember when I did the other side, I told you, well, I had marked on here, from the hole in the bottom skin, marked over from the center of it over however many inches you want to go. And then, of course, I put how many inches. And then, of course, you draw, or you put your ruler when you get this skin up there. And I just did it in 3 places instead of the whole thing, because I just measured over and then took and marked on the wingtip, and then took this off, drilled those holes, clecoed it back on, and then remember I back drilled and held a piece of wood underneath here to support it while I'm drilling. And so that way you don't have to go ahead and do every single one of these, and it's probably a little more accurate. So it worked out great. Adventures of, and I can't come up with his name. He said just to call him Adventure. I know he said in one of his videos that he was going to do that same thing, maybe on his other wingtip. But I know he still hasn't got his center section. When he went and got his wing kits, that he just went ahead and started on the outer wing panels. So he's still got some work to do getting that center section in there. It's a booger. Well, I mean, So, let's get out of here. It's sure nice working in here, and I'm watching Riding with Alex. She drives a 56 or 5 or whatever Chevy in this Sick Week racing. So I watch a lot of car stuff and a lot of airplane stuff. Someday I guess maybe I'll write it all down or something and look through and give shout outs to all these people that I watch and see how that goes. Like 310 Pilot, and of course Jimmy's World, and that M0 or something, the guy that talks all about flying safety and just all kinds of things, and like watching his stuff, because and I think he's the guy that says a good pilot is always learning. Well, I wish I'd learned, but we will see. Anyway, before I get, it is getting to be a little longer than my normal ones are in recent years. Let me see if there's anything else I can come up with. Well, I went ahead and went down and grabbed the other aileron, and like I said, it comes, now I don't know if they'll all come this way, but it comes with, I'll say, the bottom underlapping the top, and it goes, well, I'll show you. And it goes like that. This is one thing that is a real booger in the scratch build. But this here just absolutely fits great and goes together great, and it's a booger doing it by scratch building. But of course, I'm not saying it can't be done. Now, I do know that I, of course, didn't have an 8-foot brake so that I could do this roughly 6 foot. I did a 4-foot piece and then a 3-foot piece, or whatever the length is, because I couldn't bend it all at one time. But on the H5, a guy at the airport had a 8-foot brake, and so I went out there and bent it. But James, you've heard me talk about him at the airport. He bought him a Zenith. Anyway, I was at Lowe's yesterday, and I know I told you that I went to go see if I could find some 1/2-inch square tubing so I can make those canopy bow and turtle deck bow. But he said, let me take you to this one place. Well, they had an 8-foot brake, and I asked him if I needed to use that, if I could use that. Well, we can't let you in here, but they would do it. So they would do it if I needed something else bent, as long as I gave them instructions, or probably went back and watched, but not help or something. I don't know, because of insurance reasons. Who knows? I mean, you're only just bidding in aluminum. But anyway, so that that might be a way to, and of course he did, or supposed to have ordered me 2 6-inch or 6-foot sticks, a half-inch of the, they call it architectural aluminum. So anyway, there we go. I lengthened out the video, put a little bit of content of something in there, and I appreciate Boot in the Netherlands for his comments and suggestions and likes and all that stuff. And that's another thing. Yeah, please, everybody, could you hit that like button so maybe it gets out even further and get more subscribers, and we'll just keep on going with this. Anyways, there you go, and God bless. Spiker Rooney, there you are.